Good evening, students. We'll begin with our lecture in next couple of minutes. So we'll wait for a while as of now. Students, we'll begin with the last chapter, which is remaining in your history syllabus, and that is Changing Life Part 2. We have already finished with Changing Life Part 1. We'll move ahead with Changing Life Part 2 now. So, in this chapter, we are going to talk about the languages, we are going to talk about sports, theater, films, as well as newspapers and television. What was the history behind it? So, we'll first begin with the language. As I've told you in the previous lectures before, that at one point of time, we see that India, it used to speak more than 1700 languages. At present, we don't even speak that much. इसमें से काफी languages है, almost more than 500 languages which have just gone away with time. We have certain languages which are official languages of India. So these official languages, they have been mentioned here in your textbook if you look here in this part. So talking about Hindi, talking about Asami, talking about Bengali, Gujarati, Kannada, Kashmiri, Malayalam, Marathi, ODI, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Tamil, and Sindhi, these are some official languages of India. Now, what is more important over here? We see that there are various languages which are spoken in India, but there are certain languages which do not have a written script. For example, when we talk about Hindi language, जब भी हम हिंदी भाषा की बात करते हैं, तो हिंदी भाषा का accent throughout India change होता है. So if you go to Bihar, Hindi is spoken in Bihar but with a different accent. So in a similar way, if you go to various parts of India, we see that Hindi, this language, it has a different accent throughout India. But what is more important over here, no matter whichever accent in Hindi you speak, the grammar, the words, the etymology, all of it comes from one script which is Devanagari script. तो अगर हिंदी भाषा की अगर बात करें तो हिंदी भाषा का जो स्क्रिप्ट है, जो उसका ग्रामर है या जो उसका स्टेटमेंट फॉर्मेशन है, उसका पंक्चुएशन जो है वो एक ही स्क्रिप्ट से आता है जिसका नाम है देवनागरी स्क्रिप्ट. So this is a written language. You can write this language no matter even if the accent keep on changing throughout India. In a similar way, there are many other languages in India which do not have a script. कुछ ऐसी भाषाएं हैं जो खाली बोली जाती है लेकिन इसकी कोई इसको तुम लिख नहीं सकते हो. Okay, so the government of India is trying to do as such. इंडिया की सरकार जो है ये बढ़ावा देती है उन कम्युनिटीज को, उन कल्चर्स को कि जहाँ पे जो भाषाएं बोली जाती है लेकिन जिनके स्क्रिप्ट्स नहीं होते हैं. So the government of India tries to, support such communities. They try to support such culture and they promote in making scripts for those languages which do not even have one of their own scripts. तो ऐसी बहुत सारी भाषाएं हैं जिसकी स्क्रिप्ट आज के डेट में बनाई जा रही है in order to preserve the languages for the later generations. Okay. At present, if you see in India, most of us we speak in English language. हिंदी भाषा भी अगर आती है हमें तो वो ठीक ठाक आती है. We don't even know the exact 100% Hindi which we even speak. This shows that over the time, if we keep on using English language, no matter, English is a very important language at a global level to enhance yourself, to get in touch with the world. But at that same point of time, our roots which lie in Hindi language, अगर ये भाषा हम बोलना ही बंद कर देंगे या इसका ग्रामर हमें ठीक से नहीं आएगा या स्टेटमेंट फॉर्मेशन ठीक से नहीं आएगा, and if we keep on using English language, then maybe one fine day after a certain number of years, there will be hardly any population remaining in India who might speak even Hindi language properly, as what has happened with Sanskrit. If you see, at one point of time in India, Sanskrit was the widely spoken language in India. In fact, India की local भाषा संस्कृत होती थी या प्राकृतिक लोकल भाषा होती थी या पाली एक लोकल भाषा होती थी. But over the time, what has happened to these languages? We see that with the advent of new languages coming into generations, we have forgotten our old culture, we have forgotten our old languages. तो एक भाषा को प्रिजर्व करना भी उतना ही important होता है. So here there is a example which has been given to you guys over here. Okay. So there is one example which is given to you guys over here, if you see. So they are talking about Nagaland. Talking about Nagaland, in 1961, we see that these were the languages, the list of languages have been given to you. So these were the languages which were spoken in Nagaland. और कितने लोग ये भाषा बोलते थे उसके नंबर्स दिए हैं वो लैंग्वेजेस के सामने. More than that, talking about Kohima radio station, we see that it was being broadcasted into 25 languages, of which one of the language, it included English also, as well as Hindi, and it was being spoken into Naga dialects. उसके अलावा 16 और भाषाएं थी जिसमें ये कोहिमा रेडियो स्टेशन पे, the live telecast of the news and the music was being done over there. Fine. Now, I just want you to look at this side. They are talking about English language over here. So talking about English language, the reason why India has at this moment its constitutional language is English. I will again repeat this thing. India की जो constitutional language है वो English language है और India की जो commonly spoken language है that is Hindi. So all our documentation work, जितने भी सरकारी डॉक्यूमेंट का हिसाब किताब या जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट का वर्क होता है या इंडिया के लिए जो भी ट्रीटीज और अग्रीमेंट्स बनाए जाते हैं, all of them they are being done into English language. But when it comes down to communicating with people officially, it is being done in Hindi language. So पूरे देश भर में बोलने की जो भाषा होती है Whenever the Prime Minister of India, he addresses the nation, he will address the nation in Hindi language. But whenever the documentation work will be done, in case if India is signing a treaty with some other nation, or maybe India के अंदर ही सरकार departments में भी अगर agreement sign हो रहे हैं, all of them will be done again in English language. Now, the reason why English has been such a prominent language in India is because of Britishers. क्योंकि लिए ब्रिटिशर्स इंडिया में आए थे तो वो अपने साथ ये इंग्लिश भाषा लेकर आते हैं. Today, if the French people would have ruled over us, तो आज में भी हमारी common भाषा French होती. But we were being ruled by Britishers, so that is why we see that the commonly spoken language in India is English. Okay, I hope you guys have understood till here. Okay. So before moving ahead with the next part, there are certain questions which have been asked in the chat box. Okay, so I'll just quickly read them. Okay. So this question has been asked by Suzanne. It has also been asked by Ashwarya. Okay, that what is the meaning of dialects? So dialects is nothing else but a form of language that is spoken in one area of a country. मतलब किसी एक इलाके की जो भाषा होती है, प्रोमिनेंट भाषा सिर्फ उसी इलाके की जो उसी लोगों को ही आती है ज्यादातर, उसको हम डायलेक्ट बोलते हैं. ओके, आई होप योर क्वेश्चंस हैव बीन आंसर्ड. या यू कैन आल्सो कॉल इट एज द रीजनल लैंग्वेज. फाइन. So I hope you guys have understood till here. We'll move ahead with the next part now. Fine. So there is a question which has been asked from DN Nagar Shruti that, so what can we do to preserve the languages? What you should do to preserve the languages? If you must have seen the current videos, this awareness is being spread amongst the people that English is not the only language which you guys should learn. आज के डेट में तुम्हें हिंदी भाषा भी पढ़ाई जाती है, तुम्हें मराठी भाषा भी पढ़ाई जाती है. But what happens in that is we do not learn that language 100%. तुम्हें पूरी की पूरी वो भाषा भी क्लियर आती नहीं है. इनफैक्ट खुद का जो मदर टंग भी होता है वो भी तुम्हें पूरा नहीं आता है. So if you are mastering over a language, you should be a master. If you are learning that language, you have to be a master of it. ऐसा नहीं कि कोई भी भाषा तुम्हें आधा अधूरा ही आता है और तुमने वहां पे उसको छोड़ दिया है. So this is the awareness that we are supposed to create. English is a language which had been given to us by Britishers. But talking about India as a country, we had a rich culture of more than 1700 to 1200 languages. इतनी सारी भाषाएं ना किसी भी देश में बोली नहीं जाती है जितनी इंडिया में बोली जाती है. So if you just go and have a look at any other country, they might have hardly one or two languages in their country. But India is a proud owner of so many languages that we have. और अगर ये भाषाओं को हम आगे के जनरेशन्स को सिखाएंगे नहीं या इनको प्रिजर्व नहीं करेंगे इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्क्रिप्ट भी होगा, लेकिन अगर किसी को ये भाषा बोलनी नहीं आती है तो ये आगे जाके ये भाषा बचेगी भी नहीं. So this is one of the thing how Italians, they proudly speak their Italian language. You go to France, people will, be very uh, proud to speak their French language. Go to Turkey, people will be very proud to speak their Turkish language. इंग्लिश शायद ही किसी को वहां पे आती है या वो उनकी सेकेंडरी लैंग्वेज है. बट लुक एट इंडिया, वी गिव सो मच ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंस टू इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज कि अगर कोई लोकल भाषा में बात भी करता है तो हम उसकी इंसल्ट कर देते हैं. ओके, नो मैटर, इंग्लिश इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट लैंग्वेज in order to pursue your careers in future, but at that same point of time there are other languages which are equally important. Fine. We'll move ahead with the sports part now. So talking about sports, in the past we see that sports wasn't a career. ठीक है, एक टाइम था जहां पे स्पोर्ट्स को हम करियर नहीं मानते थे. and only getting educated, becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer, becoming a teacher were the only professions which were being known to the people. It was all thankfulness to one of the person. His name has been mentioned over here in your textbook if you see. His name is Geet Sethi. तो गीत सेठी नाम का ये इंसान था who had made snooker a variation of billiards to be very common in India. So what is snooker, what is billiards? अगर तुमने pool table देखा होगा, so with a stick they try inside the holes. So that is basically a form of snooker or a form of billiards which was a variation brought about by the Britishers in India. Okay. तो इंडिया में जब भी ब्रिटिशर्स रूल करते थे तो ये वो स्नूकर गेम लेकर आते हैं. It's snooker game was basically invented in India. Okay. पूल जो था वो बाहर गांव से आया था, बिलियर्ड्स बाहर गांव से आया था. So here we see that we had Geet Sethi. He was one of the persons in India who won a national championship as well as an international championship for us Indians at the global level. At the age of 15 years, he is winning awards all over the world. And thereafter, we see that he wins a global amateur competition for 3 times. And later on, he wins professional competition for 5 times, won 5 times. So here we see that because of this reason, गीत सेठी इतने फेमस हो गए कि उनका नाम न्यूज़पेपर्स में आने लगा, रेडियो स्टेशंस पे आने लगा. And that is how people they got to know that snooker is a game. It's a form of billiards which is very much common in India. And this person, he has pursued his career in such a game. He has become a sports person. तो इसके बाद लोगों को पता चला कि स्पोर्ट्समैन बनना भी एक प्रोफेशन होता है. Okay. Later on, we see that India wins a World Cup in the year 1983. 1983 में all under the captainship of Kapil Dev. तो कपिल देव के वजह से हम पहला वर्ल्ड कप जीतते हैं, जिसके वजह से क्रिकेट बहुत ही ज्यादा फेमस हो जाता है. सुनील गावस्कर, इनफैक्ट ही वाज वन ऑफ आवर क्रिकेटर्स who had broken all the records of maximum centuries throughout the world. तो पूरे वर्ल्ड में जहाँ पे हम लोग सेंचुरी, आई होप व्हाट इज अ you guys know what is a century in cricket. तो 100 स्कोर करना जो था, उसकी सेंचुरीज मैक्सिमम टाइम 100 स्कोर करना. It had been first time a record breaker by Sunil Gavaskar. And then later on in 1985, India won again a World Cup, which is under the company called as Benson and Hedges. Benson and Hedges नाम की ये कंपनी थी जो पूरे वर्ल्ड कप को स्पॉन्सर कर रही थी, wherein India it wins the World Cup again. इसके बाद हम देखते हैं कि पूरे इंडिया में क्रिकेट बहुत ही ज्यादा फेमस हो जाता है. दो क्रिकेट इज नॉट एन इंडिजिनियस गेम. क्रिकेट जो है ये ब्रिटिशर्स इंडिया में लेकर आए थे. वी बिफोर दैट वी डिड नॉट नो व्हाट इज क्रिकेट, सो क्रिकेट हैज नॉट बीन इन्वेंटेड इन इंडिया. एंड मोर देन दैट, इसके वजह से हम देखते हैं कि क्रिकेट इतना फेमस हो गया कि हमारी जो लोकल गेम्स थी वो थोड़ी थोड़ी कम पॉपुलर होती जा रही थी डे बाय डे. सो दिस इज हाउ क्रिकेट गॉट एडवांस्ड. Later on, we see that India had been participating in SAID as well as in the Olympic Games. If you can see over here, I'll just put down the pointer there, here in this part. So India had been participating in SAID and the Olympic Games again. So Olympic Games, I guess सबको पता है what are Olympic Games. And talking about SAID, SAID are, one second. Okay. So SAID are nothing else but the Asian Games. Okay. Who has answered this? Let me check. Wonderful. So Honey from Devi Dayal is talking about Lagan movie. That in Lagan movie we have seen that how these Britishers they had brought cricket to India. Yeah, for sure. लेकिन उसके वजह से हमारी जो लोकल गेम्स थी उसकी पॉपुलैरिटी कम हो जाती है, उसका क्या? Cricket is one of the good games, but we should not even forget what exactly the other games are. Okay, so I'll just come back to this part talking about SAID. सेट का मतलब होता है एशियन गेम्स और उसके अलावा ओलंपिक गेम्स में इंडिया पार्ट लेने लगता है. Then we had Karman Mahesh. Okay, I'll just put the pointer here. I hope you can see this girl. Her name is given. Karman Maleshwari. She was one of the first females to win the World Cup. Sorry, not the World Cup, to win a medal for weightlifting in the year 2000. She was the first Indian woman to win a medal first over there. And later on, we see that in Olympics such as hockey, badminton, tennis, swimming, weightlifting, and archery, India, we started participating in that. We'll come down to the next part, that is theater and films. Now, talking about theater and films, what is important over here is कि पहले के जमाने में तो थिएटर्स होते नहीं थे, ना ही फिल्म्स बनती थी. So, how did people actually convey their stories? How did people actually understand, खुद के entertainment के लिए वो क्या करते थे तो फिर? So, we see that long ago in the past, there used to be bards, okay? Groups होते थे. ये जो groups होता था, ये dancers का group होता था, actors का group होता था. They used to come together and then they used to perform theater. So basically what used to happen, ये जो group होता था, ये किसी एक story को pick up करता था. For example, if it is Ramayana, if it is Mahabharat, this group used to go from one place to another in India. एक गांव से दूसरे गांव में जाते थे, एक शहर से दूसरे शहर में जाते थे और वहां पे ये perform करते थे for a certain number of days. Just imagine the group used to stay at one particular place, maybe for 15 days, for 20 days. And in those 15 to 20 days, they used to perform the entire story of Ramayana or maybe of Mahabharata to convey it to the people. So just imagine, एक story को convey करने के लिए कितने artist एक साथ आते थे. Artist का एक साथ आने के साथ साथ ही ड्रामा पे कितनी बार practice होता था. लाइव लोगों के सामने ये चीज परफॉर्म होता था. So we see that it used to take a pretty much long time to convey anything to the people. What is even more important over here is at that time we did not have any technologies. Music भी live बजता था, artist भी live perform करते थे and this used to usually happen in the night hours. और थीम क्या होता था इनके पूरे स्टोरी का, either connected to some mythology, Ramayana, Mahabharata या कोई local stories, or maybe some historical themes, maybe किसी राजा के ऊपर. Now there was an age of black and white movies. हम देखते हैं कि अभी धीरे धीरे black and white movies shoot होने लगी थी. Once these movies they got shot, उसके बाद हम देखते हैं कि colored movies का एक era आता है. Now these movies were being displayed in theaters. अभी थिएटर्स बनना शुरू हो गए थे. ये थिएटर्स में ये मूवीज को प्रोजेक्ट किया जाने लगा. More than that, what we see over here कि initially जो movies बनाई जाती थी, they used to be very long in the sense almost 3 से 4 घंटे का एक movie होता था. But at that same point of time, now with the advancement of the technology, we see that that same movie we are able to succumb it in maybe 30 minutes or maybe even 1 hour or 1.5 hour. इससे ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता किसी मूवी को देखने के लिए. What is even more important is कि ये मूवीज को पिछले जमाने में जब भी थिएटर्स में इनको प्रोजेक्ट किया जाता था, these movies were there in the theater for almost 100 weeks. मतलब 100 हफ्तों के लिए हम देखते हैं ऑलमोस्ट 3 से 4 महीने के लिए वो मूवी एक ही थिएटर में रिपीटेटिवली वो मूवी को दिखाया जाता था. So there was absolutely no variation. Theaters were hardly one or two, but with time we see that now we have chain theaters. अभी मल्टीप्लेक्सेस कितने हैं? पहले के थिएटर्स में सिर्फ एक ही स्क्रीन हुआ करता था. आज के अगर तुम थिएटर्स में जाओगे, you will see multiple screens in one theater itself. So this is how we have evolved with time. एक टाइम जहाँ पे आर्टिस्ट जो होते थे वो एक गांव से दूसरे गांव में जाते थे and they used to perform for so many days in order to just convey one message or one movie or maybe say one story, आज के डेट में वही एक स्टोरी को प्रेजेंट करने के लिए 1 घंटे से या 1.5 घंटे से या 2 घंटे से ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता है। These days, movies are being produced in various languages, in regional languages, in Hindi languages, and so on. हिंदी लैंग्वेज में हो सकता है कि इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में जो मूवीज बनती है, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज की मूवीज अगर लोगों को समझ में नहीं आती है, then we see that there are subtitles which are given to that movie in Hindi language. So this is how we see that Hindi movies, even they have reached to the nooks and corners of India. Go to Turkey, you will find there that Amir Khan is very famous in Turkey. टर्की में तुम टर्किश लोगों को तुम पूछोगे उनको कौन सा एक्टर पता है इंडिया से, तो वो सबसे पहले आमिर खान का नाम लेगा. So you should go ahead and see the influence of the Hindi movies that the world has. And this is how we as Bollywood cinema, it has, just gone ahead throughout the world. So our movies are getting translated even in foreign languages. You can see people, going there and they're watching Balika Vadu. They also watch all the other daily soaps which come up here in our Indian television. तो उनकी भाषाओं में वो ट्रांसलेट होके वो लोग हर हफ्ते उसको देखते भी है. Coming down to the newspapers now, the final part over here. It's very simple to understand newspapers. So, with the changing lifestyle, we see that newspapers and other mass media, they have been very effective on the Indian population. हमें ये चीज नहीं भूलनी चाहिए कि newspapers, news houses, news reporters, these people, they influence masses. आज के डेट में इंडिया की पॉजिटिव न्यूज हो या नेगेटिव न्यूज हो, ये एक न्यूज रिपोर्टर, एक न्यूज चैनल हमारे सामने कैसे प्रेजेंट करता है, वो चीज बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. सी, one same news can be shown in a negative way as well as in the positive aspect. If you are showing news, अभी का ही एग्जांपल लेते हैं, कोरोना वायरस का न्यूज हम लोग देखते हैं, आए दिन हम लोग टेलीविजन पे देखते हैं. How many people, how many news channels are talking about the number of people whose lives have got saved in correspondence to those people who have lost their lives? आज के डेट में अगर देखने जाए तो कोरोना वायरस से मरने वाले लोग बहुत कम हैं in comparison to the number of people who have been saved from COVID. So if the news channel shows the same news in the positive manner, it will have a positive impact on the population. अगर वो न्यूज चैनल कंटिन्यू सिर्फ नेगेटिव न्यूज ही इंडिया के बारे में बताया जा रहा है, then this is the way how the news works. The news houses who frames the entire population's mind. इंडिया में फ्रीडम दिया गया है to the news houses, to the news reporters, that they can print and they can speak whatever they want, whether it is supporting the government or it is not supporting the government. Okay. So we are privileged enough that our news houses, they have been given that freedom of speech and expression. ऐसा हर देश में नहीं होता है. Look at North Korea or look at China. वहां पे हम देखते हैं कि न्यूज हाउसेस पूरे के पूरे गवर्नमेंट के हाथ में है. तो गवर्नमेंट को जो लोगों को दिखाना है वही लोग सुनते हैं और देखते हैं. इंडिया में ऐसा नहीं होता है. इंडिया में यहाँ पे न्यूज रिपोर्टर्स को आजादी दी गई है कि वो लोगों के सामने जो रियलिटी है वो दिखा सकते हैं. Now it is up to the news channels, it is up to the news reporters, it is up to the media, it is up to the newspapers to display what they want to the people. So that is the best part which India has. Now what is more important over here is ये न्यूज क्या करते हैं, वो डेली अपडेट्स बताते हैं. It has a great impetus, it gives a great impetus, it gives a great importance to how the industry and commerce is being run by the by printing the advertisements. एक न्यूज़पेपर कैसे चलता है, तो एक न्यूज़पेपर में आने वाली जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स है, वो एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स जब भी न्यूज़पेपर्स छापती है तो न्यूज़पेपर न्यूज़ हाउसेस को उससे मुनाफा मिलता है, बिकॉज ऑफ विच देयर न्यूज़पेपर्स दे बिकम सो फेमस. या न्यूज चैनल पे जो एडवर्टाइजर्स आते हैं, जिसके भी ओके, किसी भी ब्रांड के या कुछ भी, तो वो एडवर्टाइजर्स से वो न्यूज चैनल कमाता है. सो दिस इज हाउ वी सी दैट इवन media plays a very important role for advertising anything. Now, what is the objective of all these newspapers? It is to shape the public opinion. लोग क्या सोचते हैं, उनके सोच बदलने का काम भी वो कर सकता है न्यूज़पेपर. More than that, it can also do some constructive work. कुछ अच्छा काम भी कर सकता है. Say for example, environment के बचाव के लिए तुम्हें फंड्स कलेक्ट करने की जरूरत है. इसका एक एडवर्टाइजमेंट अगर हम न्यूज़पेपर में दे दे, एंड इफ द पीपल आर विलिंग टू गिव मनी, टू गिव देयर फंड्स इन ऑर्डर टू सेव द एनवायरनमेंट, इट इज डूइंग सम कंस्ट्रक्टिव वर्क. कुछ अच्छा काम कर रहा है न्यूज़पेपर पे. ओके, इट इज द न्यूज़पेपर्स व्हिच एडुकेट द पीपल. पॉलिटिकली लोगों को समझाना, पॉलिटिकली लोगों को एडुकेट करना कि क्या चल रहा है, क्या नहीं चल रहा है दुनिया में. दिस इज अगेन वन ऑफ द मेन रोल्स व्हिच द न्यूज़पेपर्स प्ले. It keeps a watch over the government machinery. हमारी सरकार, हमारे चुने हुए नेता कितना अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या नहीं कर रहे हैं, उसके बारे में जानकारी देने का काम करता है. We see that earlier the newspapers used to be in black and white, but nowadays newspapers are quite colorful enough and interesting enough to read around. And it used to be mouthpieces in talukas and districts. जो बात फैलानी होती थी वो न्यूज़पेपर्स से होती थी इन द तालुकास और इन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल. We should be thankful to the Britishers that they brought newspapers to India. एक टाइम पे हम देखने जाए तो टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया इज वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट न्यूज़पेपर्स, as I told you earlier, in India. And more than that, talking about various other newspapers which India had in the past, they are still surviving today. Coming ahead with their scope now over the time, ये न्यूज़पेपर्स तो अभी आज के डेट में देखने जाए तो घर पे न्यूज़पेपर्स हार्डली किसी के आते हैं. नाउ द न्यूज़पेपर्स हैव गॉन ऑनलाइन इन फैक्ट. तो हम देखते हैं कि अभी तो ऑनलाइन आ चुके हैं न्यूज़पेपर्स, सो इट इज जस्ट विद फ्यू क्लिक्स दैट यू कैन सी इट ऑन योर स्क्रीन व्हाटएवर द डेली अपडेट्स आर. न्यूज़पेपर्स नेचुरल कैलामिटीज के टाइम पे भी काम आते हैं. We recently see that there were floods, there were heavy rainfalls in the eastern part of India. तो उसके लिए जब भी फंड्स कलेक्ट करने का टाइम आया तो इसके लिए बहुत सारे न्यूज़ चैनल्स और न्यूज़पेपर्स में दिखाया गया था. Apart from that, we also see that those students with lower income, for their education, again, the newspaper raises funds and all. So this is what is even more important. Okay, so newspapers, they have now become an inseparable part of our lives. So that's all about newspapers. We'll come down to the television part now, which is the last part of this chapter. So talking about televisions again, Meritus का मतलब है those students having lower incomes. वो गरीब बच्चे जिनकी इनकम उतनी ज्यादा नहीं है, बट उनका मेरिटस स्टेटस देख के, if they have ranked first, second, third, or maybe if they are very good at studies, तो ऐसे बच्चों के लिए पैसे देकर उनका एजुकेशन स्पॉन्सर करके उनको आगे पढ़ाना लिखाना. ओके, सो इनसेपरेबल, इनसेपरेबल का मतलब है कि कभी तुम उस चीज को अलग नहीं कर सकते हो. ओके, एंड देन देर इज वन मोर अनदर क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इम्पेटस. इम्पेटस का मतलब होता है इम्पोर्टेंस. ओके, आई होप योर क्वेश्चंस दे हैव बीन आंसर्ड. So moving ahead with the next part, and that is television. So talking about television, we see that in the post-independence period, television had come to India. Initially talking about televisions, they were in black and white. जो भी दिखाया जाता था black and white में दिखाया जाता था. Later on हम देखते हैं कि colored televisions आना शुरू हुए. And when the colored televisions they started coming in, हम देखते थे कि पूरे टेलीविजन में सिर्फ 2 चैनल्स आती थी. ओके, और वो 2 चैनल्स जो थी वो भी सरकार के अंडर थी. तो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, ये 2 चैनल्स के ऊपर फिक्स टाइम पे रामायण और महाभारत दिखाया जाता था. So this is how people were bored with the monotonous thing which used to be shown on the television then. धीरे धीरे ये टेलीविजन को हमने प्राइवेटाइज करना शुरू किया, धीरे धीरे इस पे प्राइवेट चैनल्स आना शुरू हुआ. So we see that CNN channel was the very first one to live telecast the war of Iraq which was happening. इसके वजह से हम देखते हैं कि CNN वर्ल्ड वाइड बहुत ही फेमस हुआ और इंडिया में भी बहुत ही ज्यादा फेमस होता है. Then we had the Star channel which came in, that is satellite television Asia region. So then we have the Star TV, we have Star Colors or whatever the other varieties of Star are. तो हम देखते हैं कि ये जो स्टार चैनल था ये एक प्राइवेट मीडिया हाउस था टू एंटरटेन पीपल. So we see that now it brought in more and more news channel, it brought in more and more of entertainment. So सिर्फ जो रामायण and Mahabharat which were being published all around on the television, now we see that there was a lot of variation which was happening around even in that. So with time, even the television sets, they have evolved. We see that prime minister and the president, they come ahead on the television to live telecast news or give some public messages. And more than that, we also see that there is an outdoor broadcasting which is also being done these days. So wherein we have the language, we have the technique of presentation, and we also have studios which are well equipped. और ये सारे स्टूडियोज से हम देखते हैं कि लाइव हम लोग चैनल्स पे सीधा लाइव टेलीकास्ट कर सकते हैं. We can also live telecast a cricket which is happening, a cricket match which is happening. We can live telecast a football match which is happening. We can live telecast a war which is happening. We can also live telecast maybe what is happening in the politics, what is happening in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So we see that television has brought about a lot of transparency in today's day. It has reached in nooks and corners of our country. So by this time, everybody, we see that it is getting very well acquainted with the knowledge that the television is showing us. So this is how in the modern times, India has moved ahead a lot. Okay. So that's all for this chapter. In case if you have any queries, you can stay back for today's class or the rest of the people can leave then. So there is a question being asked, what is the meaning of monotonous? Monotonous का मतलब होता है repetitive. एक ही चीज घरी घरी करना. So we see that Ramayana and Mahabharat were the only two things which were being shown on the TV channel. So it was very monotonous. Continuous, एक की एक चीज ही बताना, एक की एक चीज ही बताना, which is very uninteresting then. So the chapter has gone behind. I guess there is one more another question which has been asked, and this question has been asked by Ashwarya. So the question is, what is the meaning of monotonous? I guess I just said that. And then there is another question which has been asked, what is the meaning of propagandist? Propagandist का मतलब है जो advertise करता है. So propagandist is nothing else but a person who is basically doing a propaganda, who is doing an advertisement. So there is one more another question which has been asked by Purnima. She is from Ghatkopar. That what is the meaning of bulletins? Um, so to give you a better idea of it, bulletins, they are, we can say these are broadcasted news. Okay, in short, तुम किसी न्यूज को एक छोटा सा एक्सप्लेनेशन देना है किसी इवेंट का या किसी न्यूज का, एक छोटा सा तुम जो एक्सप्लेनेशन देते हो उसको हम बुलेटिन बोलते हैं. ओके. Yep. So this was the last chapter in history.